So this is the pediatric department of Beit Jala Hospital, and this is where kids with cancer currently come for treatment. So it's not a separate unit from the other patients. So kids with cancer who are coming into the government sector, which is the main source of treatment for our children, they have to come into a pediatric department where there are kids with broken legs or pneumonia or other types of problems or diseases or injuries, and there's a mixture. So you have these kids, and now they're all in one room, and so there's only one room currently for all of the kids with cancer, and it's very small, and there's no separation for them. And right now there's 5 kids for 4 beds, so they're discharging one of the children. And it's not an ideal situation, as you can imagine, for kids with cancer. And our department will alleviate this situation. So we're in a hurry to get it done so these patients and these mothers don't have to suffer from this type of problem. So, update in the current status of the pediatric oncology and hematology department that we're building in Al Hussein Hospital in Beit Jala under my wife's name. It will be the Huda Al Masri Pediatric Oncology Hematology Department, built by the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, and through the support of so many different people involved with our organization, climbing mountains, running marathons, riding motorcycles across continents, and so many different activities of people all over the world to make this dream of ours possible. I want to give you how the department is at its current state now. We're in the middle of March 2012. It's not quite a year since we started construction, and it's been a project that's been more than a year now. This is the main entrance on the 4th floor of the Beit Jala Hospital, and this will be the main entrance where all the patients come in. There'll be a nurse's station here. It's not yet built yet, but it will be a beautiful kind of design for kids-friendly. It'll be like the shape of a jungle or some kind of kid-friendly design. There's a storage room here and a bathroom for the nurses, so there'll be a nurse here who will control the entrance to the department. And then patients will come in through here. There's a ramp for patients in a wheelchair or on bed. And then we have stairs for people as well. And you see we have the handrails and we have the colors of the department kid-friendly. This is the main room for the pharmacy, where the chemotherapy will be mixed and the other type of medication will be dispensed here. We'll have it separate from the hospitals because it's a very special area. This room will be for procedures, so kids who have bone marrow taken for their hip that will be sent out for determine what kind of cancer they have. So kids will come in and have chemotherapy done here and then go home maybe for an hour or 2 hours. We'll have an entertainment system here with televisions and things for them to do while they're having the chemo done. This area is controlled by 3 entrances. So this is the isolation rooms. And in these rooms they'll be for kids who have no immune system to fight disease and to be completely separate. It has some control for people to enter here. This is so people who don't have kids who are their immune system is completely compromised, not to have access to their other general population. It's controlled by 3 doors, and this is very sensitive because, as you can imagine, even a simple cold or any kind of virus for kids without any ability to fight it off can be fatal. And so we have 2 rooms built for that, and these are called isolation rooms. Each room has a door, and then there's a door here and another door, and then before you enter these rooms you have to put on special clothing. The next area we're going to is the wing. This is all phase 1 of the construction, so it's nearly finished. And then we're in phase, this area here is the patient's rooms. So we have 6 rooms for patients here, and each room will have 2 patients in them, and we'll have in them televisions for entertainment and games and things like that to keep kids active. And this area is almost completely done. You can see the design is up. Along the walls here, of course, we'll have a very special design, kids-friendly, with special paintings and graphics. So it's not finished yet. This is not. It looks bland now, but when it's finished, it will be very kid-friendly and unique design for this department here. Outside we have phase 2, and it's currently under the early stages of construction. This is, as Afif said, the playroom, and we wanted a very special kind of area for kids to come when they're in the hospital for 1 month or 2 months to come out here, and they'll have computers, they'll have a big screen TV, they'll have an open scene of Beit Jala here, the mountains and the homes and the olive trees in Palestine, which will give people this kind of natural light, escape from the hardship of their treatment with chemotherapy and medicine and all of that. And in this area where we have guys working now, I'm not going to go in there now because they're painting, but we have a mother's room to wash clothes and to relax. We have 2 changing rooms for the nurses, doctors, and male and female nurses separate. We have the doctor's main office where they'll have teleconferencing and being able to talk with doctors in other hospitals about their cases and for meetings. We have a social worker's room as well, which will be for our social worker to come and to deal with families and to support them, because the social component of the program is very important as well, supporting the families and helping them to deal with the problem of their children having cancer and how to manage with medication and treatment in the future and understanding, which right now there isn't anything going on like that, so it's very important for us. So this is the department as its current status. We have a lot more work to do obviously here. We're still in the early stages of construction, and we don't have the funding for all of this yet, but that's not stopping us from doing our job. As hard as it is to pay for this construction and to get to the point where we are building this department from nothing, this was a roof last year at this time, there was no ceiling, there was no rooms. To get to that point, it's not easy, but it's doable. You can see we did it. But to train the doctors and to make sure our kids get the best treatment possible and to get the care that they need, the best services available, the social support, that's the hard part, and that's the most important part, and that's where we're most dedicated to ensuring that our kids come from Gaza, from the West Bank, into this hospital and get the best care possible. And they're Palestinian. They shouldn't be treated as secondary citizens. They deserve the same opportunity for treatment as any other child in America, in Israel, in Jordan, in any place in the world. And that's the priority for us, and we hope to achieve that in the next level of this project. So that's it. Thank you.